Welcome back, everybody. I'm here to talk about Christmas time. What better time of year to talk about Christmas than the beginning of December when everyone's totally stressed out, when everyone's losing their mind over decorations, shopping, holiday gifts, family members coming, friends coming or not coming. Uh, I just thought I'd pop on and talk a little bit about gifts, gift giving, and gift giving experiences as opposed to gifts. And so, amongst all this pressure you already have, I thought I'd just, make it a little more calmer, a little more humorous, and just something to think about for this Christmas, birthday gifts, other holiday gifts, and just thinking about the people in your life who you love and potentially getting away from buying gifts and having tons of gifts under the Christmas tree instead of instead going on vacation, basically. So, one thing I want to jump into real quick, I did do my own stand store. I'm now offering travel clarity calls, 30 minutes, 1 hour. I think I'm going to build a set where I do three 1 hour sessions. That way, one of the first hours can be about talking about where you want to go, what you want to do, who you want to do it with. And then maybe the second one can be more guidance on booking flights, booking hotels, booking experiences. And then the third call, and again, these can be flexible, but the third call can be up to you on either support while you're traveling or support right before you travel, just to do your final checklist, make sure you have everything. But yeah, I'm really excited. I have some calls set up. Again, right now I only have 30-minute and the 1 hour set up in the stand store, but we can always, and then those are gonna evolve and probably turn into like three 1 hour calls to really get you guys on your travel ways to your exciting destinations. And then another thing that kind of goes along with Christmas, I'm going to build a packing PDF. And it's just kind of everything that I bring along in my travels. Because through the years, I used to pack tons of stuff, and then I've gone places where I didn't pack enough stuff. And so I've finally found kind of a sweet spot, depending on the location I'm going to, depending what I'm doing, experiences I'm going to have. I'm creating some packing lists. And I'm going to have links in there to Amazon. So, for people who might be traveling this year, it's an awesome list you could use for like stocking stuffers, or if like that you have a diver in the family, but you don't know what kind of diving gear they might like. I'm gonna put links and stuff, and not only just links, but just suggestions in this packing list of things that like the divers in your family need. So things you could buy people like them. That sounds strange. But what I'm saying is, we have a lot of people who are going diving in the next year, and they're always asking me, what do I need to buy? What do I need to bring? And they're trying to put together a list for their families to buy them stuff. So in my packing list, I'm going to include links so you can easily just link to it in Amazon and buy it yourself, or just suggestions on like brands, and what the things are called. And yeah, so that's really exciting. I'm gonna try to get that up this weekend so you guys can maybe get some ideas for the travelers in your life, and some gift giving ideas, some stocking stuffers, things like that. So let's get into it. Um, Experiences versus gifts for Christmas. So this is something exciting to talk about. It's definitely something that not everyone, how do I say this? Not everyone knows how to do it, if that makes sense. So when I was growing up, my family used to have tons of gifts under the tree, and I think that I feel that this was a way of showing wealth, right? So the more gifts under the tree meant the wealthier you were. It's not just a social status thing, but like for the kids too. It's like the more gifts we saw, the more abundant we felt. It's definitely like, how do I say this? I definitely know that for when I was growing up, from my generation, that the more gifts just meant like more money, essentially. And I didn't really, as a teeny tiny kid, you don't know. You just know that there's stuff under the tree and it's exciting and everyone's in a good mood and you're opening presents on Christmas Day and everyone loves it. Well, now that I'm older and I've had more experience traveling, I'm deciding now that one thing I wish I would have had as a kid growing up is more experiences. And don't get me wrong, like our family was good about going on road trips and doing stuff not even necessarily close to home, but we would go on road trips close to home. We would go skiing in the winter. Those were some part of our like Christmas gifts and things like that. Like we'd get a new, and this is wonderful. Like I'm so thankful that we had this, but I got like sometimes new skis every, some years it was like new ski gear and then we'd go skiing at like a new ski hill. But those are the experiences I remember. And I know that in this day and age, it's kind of hard because especially like my nephews, for example. I remember years ago when it's like what they wanted for Christmas cost like hundreds of dollars. I would say, what does my nephew want this Christmas? And my brother or my sister would be like, oh, they want an Xbox 360. And it's like, I don't have five, $600 to like just break out on an Xbox 360, but I do have flight miles. Like, do you want me to fly them here? And we can go skiing. And so things like that, like I started to find things that I could afford, essentially, like what was within my budget, and create experiences for people like my nephews. I do this a lot with my mom. Um, when she wants to go on a vacation or a trip, instead of like birthday gifts, I try to take her somewhere or talk about taking her somewhere. And then if I'm not going with her, like one year, I wasn't going with her, but for her birthday, I bought her some outfits for her vacation. And so it's cool to gift an experience or at least buy gifts around an experience to really get people looking forward to something. And I think that's the other key of gifting experiences is that it gives someone something to look forward to. So December is coming. December is here. I'm sorry. Christmas is coming. I know not everyone celebrates Christmas. Sometimes it's Hanukkah. Sometimes there's tons of gift giving. Sometimes there's no gift giving. But all I'm saying is for those people who do give gifts around the holidays and around birthdays, if you can, sometimes it's exciting to create an experience for later in the year, and then gift give it, whether it's a card or I've seen people do for like Disneyland, for example, they bought everyone like Mickey and Minnie ears and t-shirts and sweatshirts that say like Disneyland on them. And then it's, hey, everyone, we're going to Disneyland. And then they do it, some people do it when they can. So a lot of times for us winter people up in Montana, it's, something that happens in the spring or the summer or the fall, mostly the summer. So it's something that you can get your family, your friends, your people looking forward to months and months in advance. And then that's another key thing that I've noticed about travel and experiences is when someone has something to look forward to, it's like the year is infinitely better. So this is one thing that I really like to encourage is, yeah, instead of giving a gift that just happens one time and it's like, here's your Xbox 360, have fun. I know that kid is going to play that Xbox 360 a million times a day and they're going to love it and have fun. However, something that can involve you and them or taking them somewhere, now they get to think about it. Now they get to look forward to it. It can help you teach your kids about, using a calendar and days of the week you know, I remember my sister used to be like, okay, 45 sleeps until you get to go see Auntie Katie. And then that was how, like, every night it was one less sleep until he got to see his Auntie Katie. And I just really love that the expectation and the uh, excitement for something to come. And so, in the next few videos, I'm going to talk about some examples of experiences you can gift or even places you could go as a gift. And then I'm going to talk about a little bit about budget as well. So, stay tuned for that.